Check out this article that I just created with a one-click tool called SEOwriting.AI. I've been talking a lot about podcasting because I'm a big fan of podcasting and I have a few shows myself. This is a topic that I really care a lot about. I just went in, selected some options, and ended up with this 4,000 word article, not only with good content, but it also has AI generated images. You can see this one here. I see that beards are very popular, but you get the idea. And there's some microphones. You also have tables, rich formatting. There's videos that are relevant from YouTube that are placed in here. And again, with the rich formatting, you have subheadings, you have tables, you have bullet points and other numbered lists, and it just makes it interesting to read. And it also doesn't come out like a wall of text. You end up with a very readable article. Again, this is an AI generated image here, and it's very quick. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And I want to show you, I need to scroll all the way down here and show you the references. So there's some external links, but there's also references and citations, these source links here. So it shows the title and exactly what URL that information was found from. So we can go into the nuts and bolts and let's get into it now. So this is my dashboard over at SEOwriting.AI, and we're going to do the one-click blog post, and we'll quickly talk about the bulk article situation in a moment, but here's what you can do. We know what keyword we're aiming for, so we'll call it benefits of podcasting. This is the main idea. You can go up to 80 characters, but we'll generate a title, and it says unlock the power of podcasting, key benefits. Pretty good title. It's short, it's punchy. Here are the core settings. So we'll go through here. The defaults are pretty darn good, but we'll tweak a few things here and there. So we have English is the target language, the tone. You can choose here, friendly is the default, but you can go a different route. There's plenty to choose from. We'll go with professional in this case. As far as the point of view, first person singular, target country US, and for article size, medium, that is the default. Next, you could choose the AI model here. You have plenty of options. There's Anthropic as well. Claude is very good, but I'm a little partial to GPT-4o. So I'm going to go to the last model here, and it tells you the quality. So there's, varying qualities, but you could pick which one works for you. You actually can link up your API keys. I don't have mine linked up here, but depending on which model you choose, you might use more of the total cost. And we'll get to sort of the billing and how they price this out. But just for a quick example, if we went with, let's say, the Claude 3, it doesn't use as much of your credits. And if you go with 4.0, it uses more credits. So just keep that in mind. The next thing, and this is kind of big, humanized text. Essentially, this is readability. And as far as AI detection, which some people, I don't really care about that. So in this case, the default is 8th and 9th grade. This is kind of recommended. Depending on your audience, you may want to change that up. Not that your audience can't read at a higher level, but many of us, like me, we have an international audience. So reading in a second language like English might be a little bit more challenging. So to change it to like a 6th grade level, like maybe that makes sense. So let's change it to a 6th grade level. The other thing is just, it's easier to understand. All right. It's a little easier to understand depending on the specific content. You may want to step it up or down. So one thing to note, I put it in professional tone. So maybe that would be a little bit more difficult, 10th to 12th grade. So fairly difficult to read, but if I'm aiming for a more professional crowd, maybe you want to line that up. And that's something to keep in mind. So if you were aiming for, let's say, inspirational, maybe we change it to 6th grade. So I just talked myself into that. Let's go with this. Moving on, details to include. Basically, you can put in specific things that you definitely want included. So if you have a little story that's personal to you, if you are writing this for a brick and mortar type website, maybe you put the phone number, maybe you put the address, other specifics that you know you want included so it's not as maybe generic. In this case, I'm just going to let it fly the way it is, and I'm not going to add anything in here. As far as the media hub, so this is key. AI images, right? So you could do none or yes. I'm going to go with yes. And let's do 5 images. We'll make them cartoon. We'll do videos from YouTube, and let's do 4 of those. And we'll alternate. So the layout options for images and videos. So you could do image, then video, video, then image. You could do the images first or vice versa. So you can pick whatever you want. I'll go with the default. Next, SEO and keywords to definitely include in the text. So if you're a savvy keyword researcher like myself, maybe you have a list of them, or maybe you're lazy also like me. You can just click NLP and it'll generate related keywords that are relevant that could help attract some more long tail keywords and just let Google know that you're on the right track here. Next, we have the structure, and this is where we get that rich formatting and some of the other details that we want in here. You can have a introduction hook, and I kind of like to go with either a statistical situation or a fact or an anecdote and story. But in this case, I'm just going to go with the statistic or fact. For the rest, I just go with the default. I mean, there's no harm in having a conclusion, having H3, you have lists, you have FAQs, key takeaways, bold. For your particular style, you may want to remove or change up some of the defaults here, but I'm just going to keep them all. It's great to have all those in there. If you want to link up to your WordPress site, you can do that. You just have to install a plugin and then it'll do internal linking, right? So you install the plugin and it also enables you to publish directly to your website. In this case, I'm not going to, I just want to generate the article. Next is the external linking, which I will automatically do. I'm fine with that to put some external links. I'll say 3 to 4. We'll put them evenly throughout contextual enrichment. And as far as the link attributes, I'll make it do follow. If it's a good link, I don't have an issue linking to it. So this is one of those cool features. So this is the deep web feature. And essentially, we want to analyze hundreds of relevant websites so we have statistical data and more information. Additionally, you can have citations so that it is clear where the information came from, and you could have sources at the end. And I'm going to go ahead and put the link, name, and the URL. And I like that because it looks almost like a journal entry. It looks a lot more authoritative. You can toggle this on and off after you generate the article. Next, you can enable the outline editor if you want to personalize the outline. I am not going to do that. We want one click. We want this to be fast. So I'm just going to make this simple. And again, you can publish it to WordPress, but you need to have the plugin and linked up to your WordPress. So that's it. We're at the bottom of the page now, and that's all it takes to set up. You obviously can do it much faster if you don't talk through it like I just did. Then you just click back up to the top and we could run this. So I'm going to run it, and it's going to take a minute or two to run through, and it'll actually show the status right here. So I'm just going to pause for a second and come back, and then we'll look at the article, and I'll show you a couple other cool things as well. While the article is generating, I want to show you the pricing plan. So there's actually a free plan, and you can use the blog post generation and do just what I did. And you could actually use your own OpenAI key. So you could link it up, and then you are billed just on the OpenAI side. Plus you get 5,000 words. So here's the deal. You can get the free up to 5 articles, $14 a month, up to 50 articles. And if you pay $60 per month for the pro level, you have 250 articles, which is pretty cool. And you can actually change it up depending on what your goals are. So let's say it's 1,000 articles, then it's a little bit more, but 1,000 articles is quite a lot. Now, before I pop over and show you the other portion, I want to emphasize the free plan here. If you do just want to check it out, You can't just sign up for free and you get access to all the features and you don't have to enter your credit card. So there's no harm in checking it out. You just enter your name and your email and create a password, and that's it. Before I show you the finished article, I mentioned the bulk article generation. So you could auto post or schedule 100 articles in a batch to WordPress with one click. And they note this as power that scares. So we're not going to go through the whole demo here, but you can kind of get the idea of how quick you could set this up. You could actually import a spreadsheet from Excel, but there's similar setup and it's not really that much different than what we just did. It just happens to be your main keyword, the title, and so on. We finished up this article, so let's take a quick look and see what this generated. So we have unlock the power of podcasting, the key benefits, and it's about 3,600 words. We have, did you know that 79% of Americans know about podcasts? And so we open with that fact. We have a citation right here. As we scroll down, we see there's a LinkedIn link here. We have a nice AI generated situation. We have some key takeaways. We have the YouTube videos. It looks like this guy is a popular, it's a great look with the beard and thick hair. As we scroll down, we have another relevant YouTube video, on and on and on. We have our table that we're looking for. Again, rich formatting throughout, and we'll get to the FAQ section right here. And of course, we have the source links right here to add authority and that sort of thing. The other thing I'll note is we could actually toggle off the source links. So those go away. It's just a toggle if you think, oh, you know what, this is too many. There's 27 links. I don't want to do that. You don't have to put them in there. So it's as simple as clicking this toggle right here. And further, we have the citations throughout. If you think, oh, it's a little bit busy, I just want to turn those off on a per line basis, you could toggle that off as well and put all the links at the end. Purely a style thing. So if you do want to check this out, you can save 25% using my coupon code Doug25. So you could hop over to SEOwriting.AI to check this out. Again, there's a free plan and it's easy to sign up. You don't have to enter a credit card. So you can check it out. And thanks a lot for checking out this video.